Welcome back to Tied Down TV, the punk rock opinion show with me, Geoff.
And Danny.
And today we're doing top 5 hardcore songs about unity. Big theme in hardcore, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, unity, one of the real positive themes within hardcore.
Hang on. You said to me on this channel not that long ago that you thought unity was a load of shit.
Ah, no, I never. That's a load of shit. I never said that.
You definitely did, and I'm pretty sure we can show a clip right now to prove that.
You know what, Geoff? I think unity's a load of shit.
And you even told me that if anyone spoke about unity at one of your shows, you'd throw them out by the ear.
Oh.
Again.
I'll tell you something, right? Anyone ever speaks about unity at one of my shows, I'm going to throw them out by the ear.
As a matter of fact, you said to me that you thought that 110s were the worst thing to happen to hardcore since unity.
Oh, as if I said that. As if I said that.
Should we have a look?
You know what, Geoff? I think 110's the worst thing to happen to hardcore since unity. Oh, no, you've done me up a kipper there. You've done me up a kipper.
The evidence is there for all to see.
No. You've done me up a kipper. Anyway, back to the theme of today, which is our top 5 hardcore songs about unity. So I'm gonna get us underway straight away with As One, the greatest unity song ever in hardcore. Warzone, As One. I've said it before, I think, on this channel, I think As One by Warzone is one of the greatest hardcore songs ever. Real like ear-catching, sing-along, great flow by Rabies, get you going.
Great song.
Yeah.
Great choice, and a big...
We must stand united as one. Yeah.
It's I've got a couple of obvious choices, I think, as well, but that had to be picked, like, 100%.
Yeah, it's one of the best hardcore songs ever,
and it's,
I think.
Like a lot of good songs about unity, I think, with that, is you feel part of it when you're singing along to it, you're listening to it, don't you? And it gets you proper in the spirit. Like,
yeah, I think Warzone were one of those bands where indeed unity was a big shtick for them. Yeah,
absolutely.
And I think Rabies was one of them guys who was good at bringing, uniting the scenes. It was a big thing with him, wasn't it? About, punks and skins. Wasn't that Agnostic Front that said that? It's all the same family, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Well, okay, so my first choice...
Oh, I've set you up pretty good.
Set me up pretty well. So I've gone for United and Strong by Agnostic Front, which comes off this album. You all know it, Victim in Pain, from 1984. And again, looks like the Warzone song. It was a blatantly... Soon as this man suggested this topic, I was like, yeah, that came into my head straight away. As I said, it's an obvious choice. It's a song where he talks about the scene being divided.
And he does say punks and skins.
Exactly.
And that,
right at the end of it.
Is that?
United strong, blacks and whites. Yeah. United strong, punks and skins. United strongs for everyone.
Yeah.
Amazing song, amazing band, amazing album. Again, it's just, like you say, that New York... let's stick together. A lot of them sing about punks and skins being united and all of that kind of stuff. A scene divided with no unity is like what he's saying, isn't it, Roger, in that song? But fucking incredible tune and a great chant along again to make you feel part of the unity that it's preaching.
Yeah. My next, I've gone DYS, Wolfpack. Wolfpack, don't give us any shit. Wolfpack, or you're gonna get hit. Wolfpack, it's a unity ideal. Wolfpack, best believe it's real. Yeah,
amazing.
Very similar to Ready to Fight, I guess, by Negative Approaches. It's got that kind of all together, let's get stuck in. Yeah. Almost like a footy hooligan kind of like, us against bonding together against the common threat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Which is obviously a big, more... a unity against a show of force, a show of force against a common enemy or a common threat. Usually those types of songs are usually the most recognisable, aren't they? They're the most anthemic a lot of the time.
Yeah, exactly. Again, because they tend to be written with that in mind, of big sing-along, we can all sing this together.
Yeah.
Again, it enforces the theme, doesn't it?
Yeah. There was actually a song by a band that I used to from England. They're from, I can't remember where you were from. They were like a skinhead band from used to play back in the day called Search and Destroy. They had a song called English Terror Boys.
Yeah, yeah.
It was kind of similar. I used to really like that song as well. I just thought of that then.
Yeah.
English Terror Boys, oi oi oi, English Terror Boys, skinheads.
Nice. Cool. All right, second one for me. I've gone for Discontent by Poison Idea, which pops up off this album, Feel the Darkness, from 1990. So these obviously are a legendary band, but not maybe, they weren't the first band that came to mind for me when I was thinking about Unity songs. Not that they haven't got songs
I wouldn't
about that,
consider
but
them with Unity.
You don't feel that that's maybe their overarching theme of the lyrics, but this song definitely, it's a strong, obviously anti-Nazi track if you know it. You know the never again Nazi chant in the chorus, but obviously it's full of lyrics about we all got to learn to help each other. You are my sister, you're my brother. Open up your eyes and see people living in harmony, things like that. So the song obviously is trying to preach a positive message to some Nazi skinheads maybe, or some generally just some, you know, hateful nasty kind of vibes, bringing it to the punk and hardcore scene. Again, quite sing-along, quite chanty, and just a fucking blisteringly cool hardcore song in general from an amazingly good hardcore band. And like I say, yeah, maybe not one you'd think, a band you'd think of with it, but that song definitely preaches a big united message.
Yeah, I mean, this video was not as easy for me as people might think, because I do prefer the more negative, isolated themes in hardcore, you know, where it's a bit of like a inner struggle and stuff like that, as opposed to, you know, the more positive thing.
Yeah,
I don't know why I've always radiated more to isolation and negativity. But my next pick of the band I've picked is 10 Yard Fight. Now, 10 Yard Fight, the bands I often think of alongside them, well, the main band I actually think of alongside them is Floor Punch, as kind of like a double kind of thing. And I think Floor Punch get more love than 10 Yard Fight, and I've never really understood that. I think 10 Yard Fight are quite underrated, actually. I always liked Wrench, Anthony Moreshi, I think that was his name, as if I remember. Wrench, everyone called him, like Choke, I guess. I always thought he had really good lyrics and a really good voice, actually, quite a recognisable voice. And the pick of songs I picked from 10 Yard Fight is Back on Track. Really small, short song with brilliant lyrics. Down, doom, doom, down, doom, doom, down, doom, doom. Back on track, back on track. I forgot the words, Geoff. Fun has been gone for much too long. It's 97 and we're coming back strong. Yeah, just a great song. Yeah, 10 Yard Fight. Really great song. That whole album's great, Back on Track, but yeah, 10 Yard Fight, Back on Track.
Cool. Alright, next one for me. So I've gone for One Family by You for Today. I guess a band like You for Today were probably going to pop up, weren't they, on this kind of a video. But that features on an album which only a few weeks ago I had on here, but Break Down the Walls, you know, again, you all know it. But an amazing song about, he's singing about like this kind of upcoming generation seeming to be smart and open-minded, and kind of telling them that, you know, we put our heads together and then we'll be one family, as Ray Capper would do it. And so it's just kind of, he's kind of looking at the generation maybe and trying to instill some oomph in them to say, right, yous are smarter than we were, yous can do this, yous can bring everyone together and unite the scene, unite people. So if you agree and want to help, first you must look inside yourself, because unity begins with just us two, then we'll watch it spread to all of you, is one of the lines in the song, which I think kind of encompasses this video in general. But yeah, it's an amazing, positive, again, big chanty, hardcore sing-along.
Well, if You for Today were an obvious choice, I tell you who else is an obvious choice. 25 to Life, step through unity, the spirit remains. I'm joking. I mean, I'm actually a bit of a fan of the early 25 to Life stuff, but yeah, I've not picked 25 to Life. But you know, that
isn't every 25 to Life song basically about that?
No, I've gone for something else. So the message in this song is very simple, my friend. Very simple indeed. And it's the title track from this EP. And it's simply, you and me will make the difference. You and me will make the difference. My favourite posse band, if I had to pick a favourite posse band, is Insted. And this 7-inch full of like posy numbers, but that song which the record closes on is a great, very lyrically simple song, gets the message across, but there's loads of great positive tunes on this. That's a really great, just, you know, gang vocal, me and you and me will make the difference.
Yeah.
Pretty much all the way through.
All it needs to be sometimes, isn't it?
Oh, that song, just to take it off topic, that song before it. You say I won't. I say that I will. You say I can't. I say I will try. Just real positive, get you ready for it, done it. Come on, let's have it.
Nice. All right, so next one for me. This one maybe again a little bit not so obvious, but I've gone for Smash Divisions by Disrupt off the 7-inch. Smash Divisions.
One of the best bands of all time.
Amazing American crust band, definitely. I've even written there in my notes. US crust band, one of the best. Amazing band, pretty consistently all the way through. Everything I've heard by them's all been fucking gold, to be fair. This song is quality though, and it is, again, like much of that kind of genre, is very anti-Nazi themed lyrics, but there's two short verses. The second verse where he says black or white, male or female, punk or skin, we're in this together, together's the only way we will win. And again, I think it sums it up. Smash Divisions, and all those who build them smash divisions, to hell with them. A very positive message from a very brutal sounding band. Unbelievable though, unbelievable track.
Yeah, one of my favourite bands of all time. I'm a big fan of Disrupt.
Incredible.
Yeah. My last choice is probably even a little bit cheesier than maybe the ones we picked, but I've gone, now is the time for unity. Why? Because it means a lot to me, by Madball.
I thought that'd come up.
Yeah. I've actually slagged Madball quite a bit on this channel over the 2 years we've been doing this.
I picked them in the overrated video as well, to be fair.
But I bet you I defended them though, didn't I? I wouldn't have defended them in that. Yeah, because my gripe with Madball isn't about the band itself. It's just that they're a band that I overdosed too much on as a kid. Do you know what I mean? And there's some albums like Urban Discipline that I can still listen to and still think, and it still feel the same as I did when I was 16. Madball are a band now who, I guess, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, they just haven't stood the test of time with me. It doesn't mean I don't listen to them and think they're a great band. I can still listen to Set It Off and go, I can understand fully why I absolutely thought this was the best thing ever when I was younger. It's just, I don't know, they're a band who, as I've got older, they just don't, I just can't get through an album anymore. I don't know why, but anyway, Unity is one of their standout songs on the Demonstrate My Style album. I think Freddie's a bit of an underrated lyricist, to be honest with you. I think he's, I think it's easy to dismiss him as just like one of them, like
a one-trick pony.
And a bit of one of them, like bonehead kind of like tough guy lyricist. But if you, his flow's great. I think he has
more to him than that.
Yeah, he's got good flow. He's quite smart. Some of the stuff you read when you're going through it, and you're like, fucking hell, that's really good. So Unity by Madball.
Yeah, nice. Okay, my last pick. This was the second song I thought of almost straight away.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the most obvious ones. Yeah,
and I've gone for Walk Together, Rock Together by 7 Seconds. We can walk together, why can't we rock together? Says it all, doesn't it? But yeah, it's they're a band that kind of, again, they probably got like tons of songs that I could have picked to put in this. Very positive message they always try and preach, didn't they? 7 Seconds, and still do, I guess. But obviously with lyrics like with music inside, we'll make world unity our plan and things like that in this song. It's just and that fucking artwork. I think you've picked up before as well.
Oh, it's a brilliant artwork.
Boss cover, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they're a great band. I'm a big fan of them, and that's a great record. But just very positive lyrics. And again, it's not the way we look, not our stance, our style, our hair. Forget these stupid barriers and tear down that flag you wear. It's just about everybody. We're all the fucking same underneath. So let's be positive. Let's rock together. And yeah, that's it.
Rock and roll.
So those are our picks. I'm sure you could quite easily come up with 5 that we didn't pick. So let's hear them in the comments, and subscribe, go and ring the bell for notifications. We're on Instagram and Facebook, as you know. Come on, follow, likes, give us some messages, and we'll see you next week.